I know what you're thinking. If I've just bought myself some new toys for the car, then how did I get away with it? Don't worry about that. Whenever I get new toys, I make sure the wife does too. Happy wife, happy life. So welcome back to the second part of this build. Now because I'm a muppet, I got the wrong brake fittings. I got these ones, which are M10 straight ones. They're garbage, they'll be going back. So instead I got these, which are M12 stainless 45-degree fittings, and they're for the rear calipers. Yeah. They're for the rear calipers. Obviously I've made braided hoses for the rear, and I had the wrong fittings. The M12 bung that goes for the caliper feed now gets this little M12 fitting, and it hooks the caliper really nicely, so it fits perfect. Really happy with that. So next job is to fit them. I've then got handbrake cables to fit. I've then got the front suspension to fit. New top mounts, Creation Motorsport ones, polyurethane. They look alright, we'll see how they are. New top mount bearings. Let's get to it. The stainless hoses, really easy to make, to be fair. You just got to make sure that you're clean, concise, and you do it properly. Probably don't copy me then. Right, now the length's right, I've just got to get the orientation right. To do that I've got to go and put it on the car. So the way I've made them is that I've got this M10 fitting on the end here, which will go straight into the standard axle flexi, gets clipped along the top of the axle, and then goes through this 45-degree M12 banjo, which bolts straight to the caliper. So just one simple little line, and when it's clipped to the axle at about this point, when the caliper is sliding around, there's loads of movement. And the best part about these is that we now have no rubber whatsoever in the complete braking system. So right from the master cylinder, it's copper nickel lines all the way through to the flexis, which are stainless Teflon braided lines like these. These are going to be absolutely brilliant, and I've made these for pretty much every car that I've ever owned, put on track, blah 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 blah. So yeah, really happy with these. On to the next job. Lupo GTI handbrake cables, because the drum ones are different, all with the original clips, etc. bit fiddly, this one, but I'll get it done. If left on, this paint here that's on the stub axle mounting point will cause problems because it'll allow the bolts to come loose as the paint wears down. So I'm going to solve it by rubbing it down with sandpaper. Mint, all done. It's probably worth mentioning at this point that a younger me probably would have painted these brakes. Maybe it's a nice fetching shade of green. Nah. So these little badges here are the standard Lupo Mark II Golf, Mark III Golf, blah blah blah, stub axle bolts. They're an M10 by 32mm bolt, and you can't get them anymore because VAG have discontinued them. So instead of getting these, which are M10 by 40mm high tensile bolts, and these are 10.9s, so more than strong enough for keeping these on. And the reason I've went for 40mm bolts over 32 is just that extra couple of mil is what I'll need to fit these. I'm not going to fit these straight away. I'm going to take the car for full alignment, find out exactly how the rear wheels are pointing in terms of the toe and the camber, and then I'll adjust it by fitting these, which are eye-back camber adjustable plates. You spin the discs to change the toe and camber settings and then bolt them back down, and you need that couple of, well, you don't need it, I don't think, but that's why I've went for longer bolts, just to allow that couple of extra mil of grip for when fitting these. So them I'll not get fitted until I've done the geometry, but I'll bolt these up for now using the longer bolts, and it just means that they poke out the back a little bit right up until the point that we use these. So let's get the stub axle fitted. Now I'll not thread lock these bolts this time because they're going to come out again when we fit the camber adjustable plates, but I will do it the next time. Right, so that's the rear passenger side pretty much done up. Stainless brake line fitted, handbrake cable fitted, that's into the caliper on both of them. Caliper carrier, calipers fitted, stub axle, bolts, bearing and hub all fitted. The only thing that's left really to do now is I'll get the discs on. The discs I'm just getting re-skimmed because the ones that came were pretty much brand new, but they'd sat for a little while. So they're getting skimmed. I mean, I could be flash and just buy new ones, but to be fair, 10 quid to get them skimmed versus 40 quid for a new set, it just makes no sense. So they're getting skimmed, then we'll put the disc on, then I'll put the new pads on, and then they'll all be torqued up. I've got to go and do the other side now. Should I show you that bit? Nah, it's just the same. So the other side of the garage is a bit like the dark side of the moon in terms of it's pretty dark, the lighting's not great over there. So you're just going to have to take my word that I did the other side, the driver's side, just like I did this. You don't believe us, do you? Right, I'll show you then. So exactly the same, caliper, carrier, stub axle, bearing carrier, hub, stainless line, handbrake cable, done. I told you I did. Pack of twats. This will probably be a really quick little video, to be honest, because I'm really busy. But last little job of this video will be to fit the front suspension. To do that, I have to fit bearings and top mounts, and then we'll get them on the car. I'll probably leave the torquing up of the bolts and all the rest of it for the next video, just like I did with the rears, because I got to get the discs. Then I'll sort of eyeball line everything up, tighten it up, bleed the brakes, and then I can take it for geometry. So yeah, really quick video, but just need to get in and sort of chip away at the project, to be honest, because we've got track days that we need to get in. So without much further ado, let's bash on.